occasions, and she's here right now in studio to talk about a lot of the issues going on here in the natural state. Attorney General, thank you for joining us.
Well,
if we can get on camera.
Morning.
There you are right there.
Hello.
Just kind of waiting on it right there. All right, so talk about a lot of people want to meet with you, of course, to talk about issues, and a lot of people can't come to Little Rock. So you're making yourself available in all 75 counties for a roundtable discussion. Talk about that.
That's right. I'm meeting with individuals on what we're calling regulatory roundtables, talking to business leaders and particularly whatever the economic driver is in that county. So, for example, we'll meet with agriculture leaders or transportation folks, and so that I can hear directly from the citizens of Arkansas and businesses what is hurting you from growing jobs. We want more jobs in the natural state. And as Attorney General, I want to do what I can to make sure that people are able to grow and expand their businesses.
Local businesses, always important here in the natural state. Consumer alerts, a lot of consumer alerts have been issued by you here recently. The do not call list. I know I've received some really crazy calls on my cell phone, very concerning. Talk about that.
Well, so many Arkansans ask me, Chris, they say, I've signed up for the do not call list. Why do I keep getting all these phone calls? Yeah. Because you're getting phone calls from scammers and con artists who are criminals, so they don't follow the law. And while the do not call list, the good businesses will adhere to it, and they will go through every 31 days as they're supposed to clean out anyone who is on the do not call list. The bad will not. And so, for example, I know so many people get the phone call, someone claiming to be from the IRS. Yes. Saying that you owe taxes, and if you don't pay them right now, if you don't go down to Western Union, if you don't go to Walmart and get that prepaid card, then we're going to send the law out to arrest you. Well, the IRS will never call you. Right. I cannot say that enough. The IRS will not call you. So do not fall for this. And that is probably the biggest complaint that we get at the Attorney General's office. So even though you've signed up for the do not call list, keep in mind that it does work for effective businesses. So it will cut down on the number of calls. And you can go to donotcall.gov for the national do not call list.
And it's really common sense. I mean, if someone calls you and they say they want money, just say, this might be a prank, because no one will ever do that, hardly. We've got about 30 seconds. We want to cover a couple of things real quick. Talk about the law enforcement summit that's happening.
Sure. October 4th and 5th, we will have a 2-day seminar for law enforcement to better train individuals in our communities to keep us safe. And one of the exciting things that we have are an individual from San Bernardino talking about that horrific incident, so that way our officers here in Arkansas can be better trained and to take care of us. So that's October 4th and 5th in Little Rock.
And I got to ask you, it's been an important subject here in the natural state, dealing with marijuana, on whether or not the marijuana proposal should pass. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Arkansas is a compassionate state, and we must address these issues. Unfortunately, both of the measures that are going to be on the ballot, the process is bad. And so that's what concerns me as a former prosecutor, as someone who has worked at Department of Human Services, and as the state's chief law enforcement and legal officer. We want to be able to take care of these individuals that need those treatments. I believe the best way to do that is through medicine and making it available through the medical community and not through widespread use.
All right. Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge joining us, covering a variety of topics this morning.
We sure did.
Well, Madam AG, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Great to be on.
All right. It is 6:48. We'll be right back.